So let's get into it. And I have my notes here, so just in case you see me looking down, that's what I'm doing. The thing is attracting emotionally unavailable partners often reflects something in your energy, in your beliefs, or in your past experiences. So here are some of the reasons why this might happen for you. So you have inner unresolved inner wounds. So wounds that, maybe you have had from childhood. Sometimes they come from neglect or from inconsistent love in your past. Maybe you were adopted and you didn't feel the love that you needed, or maybe you weren't adopted, but your parents were narcissists, or you just didn't feel the love. Um, it usually isn't a conscious choice. It's your inner child trying to fix those old wounds by recreating similar circumstances in hopes of a different outcome. And so what that looks like is you grew up with people that, were abusive to you in whatever ways, emotionally, physical, whatever ways. And so when you grow up, instead of, because you're not healed and because you haven't healed from that, instead of choosing someone who is going to be someone that is good to you and there for you, you choose someone that treated you probably in the same way that your parental units treated you, or in the same way that you felt in whatever situation you came out of. So what it is you're looking for the familiar and you go and get it. And so you start getting it in your relationships and you keep perpetuating that same thing because you have not healed these inner wounds. So the second thing is fear of true intimacy. So sometimes we may attract emotionally unavailable partners because deep down we fear being intimate with some person. We feel being vulnerable ourselves. We fear that vulnerability, and so we go get people that we know we're not going to have to be vulnerable with because they are emotionally unavailable to you. So being with someone who can't fully open up feels safer for you, and as it shields us from having to show up fully in the relationship. So what this looks like is you go and get this partner that you know is not going to be there emotionally for you. You are looking for true intimacy, someone that you can talk to, someone that you can share your innermost thoughts with, and you know that this person is not the person because you are so afraid of being vulnerable and sharing of yourself. And this also can result from having these relationships in the past that didn't work out for you. Maybe you were vulnerable with somebody and they stepped on your vulnerability, or they made fun of you, or they made you feel a certain kind of way. And so when you have these fears of true intimacy, you go and you get these people that are emotionally unavailable because you don't have to participate in this. You don't have to participate in it. You don't have to be vulnerable. And so you feel safer in these relationships, but it's not really what you want, and it's not really sustainable long term. And so the third thing is energy misalignment. And so what that means is, as a spiritual person, you know that energy will often emit and attract similar energy. So when you put that type of energy out there, you are misaligned. So you're going to get what? Misaligned energy. If you're feeling disconnected from your own emotions or unsure of your needs, you might attract people who reflect the emotional disconnection that you feel. And that happens so often. And sometimes people do it over and over and over. Why? Because they are not in alignment with the love that they seek. And so the fourth thing is patterns of self-worth. If there's a part of you that questions your own worthiness of a deep, fulfilling love, you might settle for partners who can't or won't meet you emotionally. I'm telling you, I have seen it so many times. I have actually even done it. And this is why I feel qualified to share this here today. This doesn't mean you're not worthy of love. It only means that there may be an old belief to release. So it may be a limiting belief, something that somebody told you that you believed, that you weren't worthy, that you were ugly, that you couldn't think, that you were stupid, that you were ignorant, all kinds of things that people say to you that get into your system, and it gets in your psyche, and it creates these patterns of Amber Alert, y'all. Um, the fifth thing is you're a healer or a fixer. And y'all, this happens so much. I know it because I'm a healer and I'm a fixer and I'm also a nurse. And so I know that this happens because sometimes what happens is if you are highly intelligent or highly intuitive or highly empathic or empathetic people, you attract partners who need healing because you can fix them. You can heal them. You might feel drawn to help them open up emotionally. You feel that and you're like, you know that they can be this because you are looking at their potential. You're not looking at who they are. And so what happens is this dynamic can lead to one-sided relationships where you're feeling left out. Your needs are not being met. Why? Because you are doing all of the fixing. Even though somewhere within you, you know that you can't fix them, but you still keep trying. And so you think, oh, I can help them because this is who I see them as, but this is not who they are. So you open up and you're trying to fix this person, but you can't fix them. You can't fix them because for one thing, they don't even know that they're broke. If they don't know they're broke, then how can you fix that? The sixth thing is mirror of growth. So, spiritually speaking, these relationships might mirror your own growth. Emotionally unavailable partners can push you to recognize your worth, set boundaries, and step into a higher vibration of love, first for yourself and then for others. And so, typically, what happens is in these relationships, you have these emotionally unavailable people, and what they do is they'll cause you to grow. They'll cause you to shift and they'll cause you to change. And hopefully it'll do it so that the next relationship or situationship that you find yourself in, you're able to move past that and you're able to set these boundaries and you're able to step in these higher vibrations so that you expect love will show up for you. What can you do about it? You can heal your inner child. You can heal your inner child. You can explore past experiences that may have shaped your relationship patterns. Journaling is always a good thing. I always talk about this in my videos. Journaling, therapy is always good, or inner child meditations can also be powerful tools to help you shift this. You can raise your standards, and that, some people look at that in different ways because I have a family member that she only dates people that make six figures. She's very clear on that. And she's not going to date them otherwise. That's her. And that is her boundary. And that's where she sets her standards. So that is her standards. At first, when I share it with people, they're like, what? Why she feel like that? I said, because that's her standard. That's because she has decided that that is what she wants, and that is what she is going to attract. And so when you define what you're going to attract and the qualities and the things that you like and the things that you want and what an emotionally available partner looks like to you, when you get those qualities and you start putting them out there to the universe, pray, talk to God, meditate on it, vision board it, visualize it, whatever you need to do. Whatever you need to do. We can do this thing. So tuning in, practicing self-love daily. So strengthening your self-worth. You can do that. Practice self-love daily and remind yourself that you're deserving of someone who can fully show up for you. The next thing you can do is tune into your own energy. Reflect on your own emotional availability. Are you fully present and open to love? And if you're not, I have a program, a couple of different ways that you can work with me so I can help you in that area because I'm qualified to do it. You can set boundaries. So when you notice signs of emotional unavailability early on, honor your boundaries and walk away if you need to. Now, I have been in these groups on Facebook, these relationship groups, and some of them, that is exactly what I have said, and some of them to some of those people, because really it's just honoring your boundaries and walking away when you need to. Now, is that easy to do? Hell no. It's not easy to do, especially when you love the person or you've been in a love relationship with this person or you've been in a long situationship. It might not be easy. However, when you begin to honor your boundaries, the Holy Spirit will show you what it is that you need to do. you know, how you need to proceed. If you need to walk away, or if you need to shift, or if you need to take a break, or if you need to do therapy, get some healing work, you know, go on a quest, the Holy Spirit will allow you, and your spirit team and your guides will all show up for you when you call them and share with you what you need to do when you're in these situations. And so the universe often sends us partners that we need to teach us lessons about ourselves. Once you've integrated these lessons, you'll naturally align with people who match your emotional and spiritual growth. So, what you got to do is definitely be on the path to grow spiritually in order to attract the love. And so people like to compartmentalize the spiritual world and the love world, but they are hand in hand. They work tandem together. I'm telling you. But as you begin to, you know, let some of this baggage go. Hello, how are you? As you begin to let some of this baggage go, and as you begin to really, you know, raise your standards, tune into your energy, you know, journal, do some energy healing, you know, do some visualization, some meditation, you know, ground yourself. All of these things will help you to begin to get into the frequency of love and begin to attract the love that you are seeking. So I want to thank you for joining me today. This was my live. If you missed the beginning of it, go back and check out the beginning after it loads. But this is my live today, and I appreciate you joining me. So those of you that are watching me, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and also make sure you are following me at Intuitive Tammy on TikTok, where I go live and do healings, prayers, readings, messages from Spirit and Heaven on at Intuitive Tammy, and I do that daily, just like I'm live here every day. Make sure that you check out the descriptions and look at the links, the Amazon links. I am an Amazon affiliate, so I do get a small commission, but check out those links for me and help a small creator monetize, as well as check out my stand store, where I have lots of different free resources, and I also have paid resources. So lots of different things in there. And I have 3 different ways that you can work with me if you are on this path to becoming the love that you seek and aligning to love. So I have 3 different ways that will be available next month that you can work with me if that's the path that you are on. Because so there's different ways, different price points. So be following me, continue to follow me. I appreciate you. Again, check out the links in the description for the Amazon shop, as well as the stand store links. I have a membership also that I'm taking people into next month. Remember who the fuck you are. It's a membership that's going to help you do just that. So again, thank you so much for joining. I also have private sessions if that's something that you are looking for as well. They're private healing sessions. So if that's something you're looking for, reach out to me, or actually check it out in the stand store. So again, thank you so much for having everything, for being here. And if you are a spiritual entrepreneur and you would like to talk about it on my show, Straight Out of Savannah, reach out to me. My email is somewhere on this app. You can comment on the video as well. You can send me your email, whatever you want to do, or you can connect with me on any of those other platforms that you can see in my about section. So again, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope that your day is magical, and bye.